Okay, guys, so let's solve one past question. Social studies past question. So, yeah, the year 2016, question number 1. 2016, question number 1 is under topic self-identity. It's under self-identity. And the question is 1A is asking, explain 4 effects of false identity on the individuals. Explain 4 effects of false identity on the individuals. So if you say effect of false identity on the individual, is also known as the implications of false identity. So first, I always say this: understanding of the question is very important. What are some of the implications or the effects? Then you have to break it down to your personal understanding. Like, okay, if I live false identity, how people will see me? If they find out that what I'm doing is false identity, how would they see me? Okay, what should I do so that nobody will find out? So these are the things which will ginger you to always focus on being false identity. So we have effects, the negative effects or implications of false identity. So as what here says, hey, false identity create anything. So first, you have to understand that what is false identity. So you understand that false identity is whereby individuals pretend to be what they are not, especially the youth or student. So since you understand that, okay, is what individual pretend to be what they are not. That means, okay, it can cause them this, that. So Emra, what we say? Let me break it down. Emra, what we say? False identity, you say no. Then now if you want to say any say false identity can since was born in anything, and as you was born in a war so these are the the effects. First, disgrace or loss of respect or disgrace. Yes, false identity can affect individual to lose their respect, because on many occasions, people who pretend to be what they are not mostly get disgraced by friends in public. They lose respect of people around them when they find out. So immediately they find out that you are living false identity, it will be a disgrace to you as individual, and you will lose respect, how people respect you in your community. You will start to lose that respect, so they won't give you that kind of respect they were giving you previously. So you lose respect, or you will be disgrace. Okay, it can also lead to social vices, or it can lead to poverty. It can lead to poverty. So the attitude of false identity can cause a person to lose his personal property and become poor, because person forcefully living more that's what I say. Yeah, we a guy. So money you can save to establish a business, or you can start something better, or to further education, you use that money to buy sandals, wristwatch, pretend to live a big life, buying Porsche cars, whilst maybe you rent, or you don't have even somewhere you also accommodate. So it means it can lead the individual to poverty. So this is because a person who acts as imposter, pretending to be a big-time businessman or a woman, is respectable company just to deceive other for their money, can cause her to lose her properties. So if they send you to court, say who cheating among for so if they send you to court that you are cheating people, it can also cause you. So it can lead to poverty. All right. So another effect is it can make a person become unreliable. Yes, no one can rely on you because you are living false identity. So people who live a false identity lose the trust and confidence others have in them. So the trust is not there, so they can't rely on you. Okay, it can also lead to loss of opportunity or help. Yeah, you are claiming that you are a big time businessman, you are a big man, you are pretending to be what you are not or who you are not. Through that, people will think that you have everything, so they will not help you. They will never give you opportunity, because they think that you are more than that. And the reason why they can't give you opportunity too is you are living false identity. So immediately they find out that you are living false identity, whatever you are saying is not true or you are doing is not true, that means they won't trust you, so they won't give you any opportunity to do anything with them, because they think that if they give you opportunity, you will still mess up. All right. low academic achievement. Yes, people with false identity normally have low academic achievement, because they are pretending to live false life, which is what they are not. They are pretending to be. So since they are pretending to be, they don't focus and concentrate on their classroom activities. The students mostly, they don't focus on their classroom activities, and they always try to push themselves and be like they are big man and other stuff. So through that, they can't learn to achieve their academic goal. So it can lead them to low academic achievement. They can achieve at the end of the academic cycle. Okay, it can also lead to drug abuse and alcoholism. Yes, people like that, because they are pretending to live false identity. People living under the present tense usually engage in drug abuse or alcoholic. So like friendship, then you are pretending to live false identity. Through that, it can cause you to become drug abuse. People just, oh Charlie, so when you obey me, then you follow them to do it. So through that, you can become drug abuse. So these are the negative effects. So 2016 Novdek, question number 1, it was asking about the effect of false identity, and we know some of the effects of false identity. So disrespect or loss of respect, lead to poverty. It can low academic achievement. It lead to imprisonment. It make a person unreliable. It can lead to it can lead to lose of opportunity or help. So, and also drug abuse too. So these are the effects. So under that same question, section B, this 1A, 1B is said outline 4 actions that can be taken to discourage false identity in individuals. Yes, this is talking about actions that can be taken to discourage false identity. So things we can do so that we avoid false identity. So yes, especially the youth are those who live false identity or students. That means if we give provision of guidance and counseling, can help them to live to avoid or to discourage false identity. If they get guidance and counseling, so people who are able to get, if people are able to get guidance and counseling to choose a better career course, it will help them to avoid false identity, because they will know what they should focus on and what they can achieve in future, and the effects of false identity. So guidance and counseling can help to discourage false identity. Okay. Taking legal action against the individuals. Yes, if we take legal action against the individuals, it can also help us to discourage false identity. So those that are found living on false identity must be severely dealt with by the law. People must take legal action. So if we take legal action against them, especially those who are claiming that they have business to also fraud other people, if we take legal action against them, it will discourage this false identity. Okay, applying rebuke and reprimanded on the individual, reprimanded of the individual. So parents and friends must rebuke and reprimanded people who live in false identity. Such people must be disciplined to serve as direction for them to avoid false identity. Okay, another measure we can take or action we can take to avoid or discourage false identities: educating the individual to be satisfied with whom or she is, whom he or she is. Yes, we have to educate them to understand that whoever you are very important to the society. You are also a unique person, because your personality make you different or distinguish you from other people. So if people living false identity are able to get education, it will also help them to also discourage false identity, or to avoid false identity, whereby they pretend to be what they are not. So okay, so we can also use training. We know education and we have training, whereby we train them to have skills. They will acquire skills which will also engage them to become always busy, so that it will avoid them from being false identity. So exams, if they ask you what are the effects of false identity on the individual, it's talking about the implications of false identity. So disgrace or loss of respect. It leads to poverty, loss of what? Focus, low academic achievement. It also lead to imprisonment. It also lead to what? Alcoholic and what? Drug abuse. It lead to what? Loss of what? Opportunity, and lead to, it also lead to lose of friends, lose of what? Friends. And action that can be taken against or to discourage what? False identity is what? Provision of guidance and counseling, education, training, uh, taking a legal action against individuals, and also discipline is